So how long were you shooting this movie entirely? I mean, how many days of a shoot was this? Months? What were you doing here?
Well, nobody got paid on the movie. It was all pro bono. Everybody just did it, you know, because they liked the script or they liked the people involved or, you know, they wanted it for their demo reel or whatever the case was. But nobody got paid. So February 26th was the first day of shooting of 2011, and we shot Kevin Smith was the last day on September 21st, 2011. So it was, I think, 21 days of shooting across 8 months.
You got 21 days of free labor because people liked your idea and because they were Star Wars fans.
Yes.
That's picking a good idea for a short film, I'd say.
Yeah, and it's also a lot of it was attitude. You know, like I believed that we could get it done. I believed that we could really, you know, do something special with it. And I picked people who had a positive attitude, who wanted to be involved. I didn't pick anybody to be involved who showed up just because they wanted to get something out of it. And also, when it came to writing the script, I wrote the short script. It was, I think, 9 pages in 2 nights. And then I spent the next 2.5 months rewriting and rewriting and rewriting, and actually ended up doing rewrites even all the way through shooting.
So, but 9 pages, this thing is like 30 minutes long, so clearly you were enhancing it. Like, was there a shorter version of the film originally, and you just kept going with, you know, things that people liked about it?
No, it was like, as we wrote it, and we wanted to develop the characters. I really wanted people to be a character-driven movie, not just like a special effects-driven movie like so many fan films are, where it's like, I know how to do lightsabers, or I know how to make spaceships. You know, there's no spaceships in our movie, and there really isn't that much lightsaber, or really that much Star Wars aside from the costumes and stuff. It's really, you know, these are 2 Star Wars fans, like any of us. I'm sure you're a Star Wars fan, you know.
I've heard of it, yeah.
But I wanted it to be character-driven. I wanted it to be story-driven. So as we wanted, you know, it's hard to develop characters in 3 minutes and make you bond with them. So as we said, oh, how can we raise the stakes here, or how can we show that, you know, they haven't learned their lesson yet, the scenes just got added and added and added, and I think the final page count was 22 pages.
Now, it's like 30-some minutes on screen, you know, in the final cut here. I've talked to people who've done short films for the internet, especially for the internet, and they always like shorter, shorter, shorter. You know, for festivals, they want shorter. Any hesitation about doing a 30-minute film?
Yeah, totally. I wanted it to be initially 5 minutes. I conceded 8 minutes, but once we started writing and I kind of fell in love with the characters, I fell in love with the scenes we were writing and the way they interacted. I thought it would be 22 minutes. When it was edited down, it was obviously a lot longer. But 22 minutes to me, I was like, okay, well, that's like the length of a TV show without commercials. So that's kind of where I was okay with it. And then when we finished it, and it was 35 minutes, I didn't know what to cut to make it a better movie without having to go and maybe like reshoot something or whatever. And it already, you know, we were out of money, out of time, and so, you know, at that point, if it's good enough, people will watch it.
And have you seen it with an audience?
Yeah, we premiered it at Harmony Gold in Hollywood last October, and people loved it. I showed it at Kamikaze, which was a comic book convention here, and people really, really liked it. When they first heard the Star Wars music at the beginning, like, people just ran into our little cubby hole in the convention center to get involved. So that was really, really cool and rewarding. And then we screened it at Star Wars Fan Days in Dallas, Texas, which it's kind of, you know, playing to the audience at that point. But it's really cool.
But those guys would rip you apart if it sucked, though, because, you know, Star Wars fans, you know, they're pretty critical, I hear.
That's true. That's true. And there were a few things, like the saber handle is Darth Vader's handle, but it has a green blade. So
how could you do that? Really? Why am I even interviewing you?
I know, I know. Well, I thought like people are going to gripe about that. And then there's a couple like little inconsistencies with Star Wars canon that we did for technical reasons. You know, I know full well that I'm violating rules, but we did it for technical reasons. So I hope that people would kind of look past it.